Hello everybody, I'm Phoenix with Downtown Yogashalla. I will be leading you through a short practice to get your body moving, get you breathing. You won't need any props. If you have a block or a blanket that you'd like to use for support for your knees or anything, you're welcome to use those, but this class you won't need any props at all. They're just optional. Let's go ahead and get started. Find your way to a seated position at the top of your mat. And you can either sit on your knees like this, you can sit cross-legged, and just close the eyes. And start to connect to the breath. And finding your inhale and finding your exhale. Noticing any movement, any sounds around you. And letting the body settle into this space. Maybe this isn't a space that you typically practice in. Maybe it feels new, it feels different. And taking just a few more breaths here to establish yourself, becoming present. Breathe one more breath in, one more breath out. And start to circle around through the torso and bringing some movement. Warming up through the hips, all the way along the spine, to the shoulders. And then going in the opposite direction. And continuing to find that rhythm in the breath. And coming back to center, rolling the head around, noticing if there might be any tension. Going from side to side, maybe pausing and breathing all the way down the neck into the upper back. Relaxing through the jaw, making sure that you're not clenching through the teeth. The tongue is relaxed. Rolling the head to the other side and just pausing and breathing. And coming all the way back to center, taking 3 full breaths. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, palms at heart center. And again, inhale, arms reach. And exhale. One more, inhale, reach, filling up that space in the lungs. And exhale, release. And finding your way into a tabletop position here, stacking the shoulders over the wrists, the knees below the hips. Maybe here's where you grab your blanket and you pad the knees with the blanket. Shoulders over wrists, the hands should be shoulders distance, knees or hips distance. The toes can be tucked or untucked here, that's your choice. And start to move through cat and cow, continuing with that spinal warm up here, inhaling, lifting, and then exhaling as you round. Using the full length of the breath to create that space and allow that movement. And taking one more breath in, one more breath out. And coming all the way back to center. Lowering yourself down onto the forearms. You can create the number 11 here, or you can bring the palms together. It's, again, your choice. Shoulders should be aligned over the elbows. I want you to extend the left leg back behind you, flexing through the sole of the foot. Now notice here if you start to collapse into the lower belly, I want you to draw in through the ribs, lengthening and lifting through the spine so you create that abdominal work and that core engagement. Flexing through the sole of the left foot, just start to circle the ankle around, going in one direction, and then going in the opposite direction, all while keeping the core engaged and level, so not collapsing into the belly. You're lifting and drawing the ribs in. And then go ahead and flex and point, flex and point, and then find your way back to center. And then the other side, extend the right leg back behind you. Again, notice if you immediately start to collapse, I want you to lengthen the tailbone down and draw the ribs in and up, expanding into the space of the shoulder blades, start to circle the ankle around. Finding that focus, that breath, and then switch direction. And come back to center, just go ahead and flex and point a few times, really extending through the tap of the foot, and reaching through the sole and the heel as you flex. And then come back to center. Walk your way back up onto the hands and walk the hands a few inches forward, tuck the toes and find your way into your first downwards facing dog here. And go ahead and find some movement. Move around, bend the knees, sway the hips side to side. Maybe strike the shoulder, rotate the head around, stepping the feet wide. Maybe swiveling the ankles from side to side. And starting to find stillness, taking a few breaths here, knowing that the heels don't have to be flat to the mat. Heels can be lifted, knees can be bent. You want that length through the spine, relaxing through the head, the neck, the shoulders. Inhale, shifting forward to plank pose at top of a push-up, aligning shoulders over the wrists. And then exhale back into down dog. Inhale forward. Exhale back. One more, inhale forward. Exhale back. Lifting the heels, bending the knees, looking forward to the hands. Scooping through the belly, I want you to slowly walk the feet to meet the hands. Coming into a forward fold here, but I want you to widen the feet, maybe as wide as your mat, maybe wider than your mat. Dropping into the soles of the feet here, grabbing opposite elbows, let the head hang. Relax through the jaw, feeling the weight in the feet, maybe find a little bounce or a sway. Releasing the fingertips towards the mat. Put a deep bend to the knees if you haven't already, and then turn the toes out slightly here. Drop into the soles of the feet and come all the way up, coming into this squat leg shape. Bring the hands to the thighs. I want you to inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. And then exhale as you round, hollowing out. Scooping, inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale as you round. One more, inhale, and exhale. And then inhale, come to neutral. The hands are on the thighs. I want you to push the right hand into the right thigh and drop the right shoulder down as you twist to the left. Gazing over the left shoulder, maybe up towards the ceiling if that feels okay for the neck. If it doesn't feel okay, go ahead and look down towards your left foot. But I want you to breathe into this twist. Inhale and exhale. Then inhale back to center and exhale, twist to the right. So dropping the left shoulder down, breathing down into the hips, breathing again into that twist. Maybe the gaze is over the right shoulder. Maybe that's too much. You gaze down towards the right foot. One more, inhale and exhale. We're gonna speed that up. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Two more each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. One more round. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. And exhale to the right.
Inhale, come all the way back to center and round forward through the spine. And come all the way up to standing, heel to your feet to be hips distance. Rolling the shoulders back, lifting the head, lifting the chin, finding your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Full breath in, complete breath out. Then inhale, reach the arms overhead. Bring the palms together to touch overhead and draw the shoulders down from the ears. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, bow to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale as you fold forward and down. Relax the head and the neck. Again, maybe you put a little bit of a bend in the knees. Feeling that opening through the backs of the legs, the hamstrings. But again, feeling that weight grounding through the soles of the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale as you fold. Plant the hands down to the mat. Step back to plank pose, the top of a push-up. Shoulders aligning over the wrists. Firing up through the abdominals, through the legs. Actively pressing the palms into the mat. Take a full inhale. Exhale, lower the knees. Pause. And then again, take another breath in. And exhale. And then inhale as you lower down to the mat. Pause and hover. And then exhale as you push all the way up. One more. Inhale down. Exhale, pushing all the way up. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees. Down dog as you exhale. Reach the right leg up. Inhale, full breath. Exhale with control. Draw the right knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. One more, three-legged. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Round forward, hollow out, and then step the right foot through. Release the left knee down to the mat. Reach the arms up. Inhale, full breath. Exhale, interlacing the hands behind the lower back. Knuckles down, chest up. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale. And exhale, maybe soften a little more. Inhaling. And exhaling. Reach the arms up, big breath in. Complete breath out as you draw back through the hips, coming into a hamstring stretch here, runner stretch. Flexing through the sole of the right foot, drawing the tailbone back, making sure that you're keeping the lower back protected by engaging through the abdominals so the ribs continue to draw in. You're lengthening the crown of the head forward. You're digging that right heel into the mat and dragging the hips back. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale, full breath. And exhale. Slowly walking the hands forward. Tuck the left toes. Lift the left knee. Plant the palms down to the mat. Step to plank. Moving through our first vinyasa here. Take a full breath in. Exhale, lower knees first or chaturanga, your choice. Untucking the toes back, then cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take the hips back. Other side, left leg. Here we go. Inhale it up. Exhale, knee to nose. Draw it in. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged. Last one. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through. Release the right knee down. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, soften. Release the hands behind the lower back. Take the opposite grip this time. So the opposite thumb will go on top. It might feel a little funky. Knuckles down, chest up. Roll the shoulders back. Be mindful to find a nice balance here of relaxing and softening through the shoulders, through the upper body, and through the lower body. Take a full breath in. Complete breath out. Reach the arms. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Pull back through the hips. Flexing the left foot. So again, abdominals stay engaged. You find that length. Digging the left heel into the mat as you drag back through the hip. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Then start to walk the hands forward. Tuck the right toes. Lift the right knee. Step to plank. And taking a vinyasa here. Inhale, full breath in. Exhale as you lower, knees first or chaturanga, your choice. Untuck the toes, cobra or up dog, inhaling. Exhale, down dog. Lifting the heels, bend the knees, look forward. Bring the feet to the hands. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthening. Exhale, fold. Rise up, inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, palms at heart center. Step the feet together. Sides of the big toes come to touch, heels slightly apart here. Slight bend in the knees. Wrap the thighs in towards each other. Palms pressed together at heart center. And I want you to find the ribs. I want you to find your hip bones. I want you to draw all 4 of those points in towards the belly button. Really activating through the core. Inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms, chair pose. Can you sink a little lower? Bring hands together again at heart center. Inhale, full breath. Exhale as you twist to the right, leaning forward. Left elbow might hook the outside of the right knee. Notice if the left knee starts to sneak forward, I want you to draw it back. Engage your inner thighs and draw the right shoulder back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the left, other side. So leaning forward, right elbow hooks the outside of the left knee. Notice if the right knee starts to sneak forward, draw it back. Zip the legs in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, back to center. Hold it here, pause, lift the heels, reach the arms. Inhale. Exhale as you fold. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step to plank pose. Pause here. Lowering the knees down. Inhaling as you go down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale down. Exhale up. One more. Inhale down. Exhale up. Exhale, down dog. Reach the right leg up. Inhale, full breath. Exhale, right foot between the hands. Rise up into warrior 1. Left heel turns down 45 degrees. Reach the arms. Right knee is over the right ankle. Softening through the shoulders. Take the arms out to a goal pose shape here and just reach out through the forearms. Finding your balance here, maybe closing the eyes, breathing into wherever you feel this the most. Can you drop a little lower? Full breath in, complete breath out. Reach the arms, inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Lift your left heel up. And then with control, rise up into a crescent lunge. Bring hands together at heart center. Pause here. Lean forward. Again, zip through the navel. Actively push down through that right foot, that right heel. I'm engaging through my right outer hip as my right hip pulls back. Inhale, full breath. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale, release hands down, step to plank. Option to layer a vinyasa here if you'd like, or option to skip it, meeting back in down dog in 2 breaths. Other side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot forward. Warrior 1, right heel spins down 45 degrees and rise up. And taking the arms out against that cactus goal pose shape. And taking this however you like, whatever kind of approach you'd like to take here, you can turn it into a back bend, you can stay upright, but be mindful that the core is active. I don't want this to sneak too much into the lower back. You're actively working through the legs. And the breath is continuing to be a part of this work. Maybe closing the eyes, challenging the balance. Reaching the arms up, inhale. Exhale, release the hands down. Turn the right heel up. Pause. Stabilize through the hips and the legs, and then rise up, crescent lunge. Bring the hands together at heart center. Leaning forward. Actively pressing the left foot down through the mat, not just through the mat, through the floor below you. Activating through your left hip, drawing the left hip back. My legs are working here. My right leg's fired up and lifted. Zipping and engaging through the core. So again, ribs, hips, it all pulls in towards the center. Take a full breath in. Complete breath out. One more, inhale. Exhale, release, hands down, step to plank. Option here to flow through that vinyasa, option to skip that and go back into down dog. It's your choice, it's your practice. Connect with the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Lifting the heels, bending the knees, looking forward. Bring the feet to the hands. Feet go hips distance this time, halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Exhale as you fold. Bend the knees, come into chair pose, hands together at heart center. Lengthening the tailbone down. Feeling the weight in the feet. And just start to add a little pulse, a little bounce here. With control, working through the legs. Breathing in. Breathing out. We're going to start to add an alternating heel lift, right and left. Lift right heel and left heel, right and left. Can you sink a little lower? Can you lift those heels nice and high? Keep pulsing. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3, 2, 1. Lift both heels, hold. Both heels drop, down and lift. Go down and lift. Find that control, use the breath, stabilize through the core, stabilize through the hips. Keep going, lift and lower. For 8, 7, 6, keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift and hold. Hold, can you lift a little higher through the heels? Drop a little lower through the hips. Inhale, exhale, fold it forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, pause and plank. Your choice here, you can take plank, shoulders over wrists, knees lifted, or knees down. Or if you want to save the wrist, you can come down into your forearms and take forearm plank. Again, you can take forearm plank with knees lower to the ground or lifted. Your choice here, we're going to hold. You're going to breathe. You're going to scan the body, go head to toe, feel what's working. Engaging through the legs, fire up through the hamstring, through the soles of the feet. And then add a little movement here, shift forward and back, shift forward and back. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold center, keep breathing. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, you can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take rest, down dog or child's pose. Take a full breath in, complete breath out. One more, inhale, and exhale. Last one, inhale, and exhale. Finding your way back to down dog. Lift the heels and come all the way back with the hips. Reach the right leg up, inhale. Exhale the right foot between the hands. Come into warrior 2, spinning open through the left toes, gazes over the right fingertips. Lunging low. Turn the palms to face up. Slight bend through the elbows so you get a little bit of an engagement here through the biceps. Then start to roll back through the shoulders. Make tiny circles. Backwards. Checking in with the breath. Tiny circles. Go back. So if you have small weights at home, 1 or even 2 pounds, you can add the weights here if you'd like. Keep breathing. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands at heart center, straighten the right leg. Turn the right toes to face the same direction as the left toes. Align the pinky toe sides of the feet with the short sides of the mat. Hands at hips. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale as you bow forward and fold. Relax the head, the neck. And then start to sway side to side here, bending one knee and then the other. Slowing down, regulating that breath. Come all the way back to center. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening. Exhale as you fold. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Heel toe the feet in just a bit. Turn the toes out, heels in. Bend the knees. Come into a goddess squat, goddess pose here. So your knees are over your ankles. The tailbone again is lengthening down. Bring the hands at heart center and just find a little pulse going up and down. Relaxing through the shoulders. Lifting through the inner thighs. The legs are working here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Can you go a little lower? Can you sink a little lower? If you want to add a little fire, lift your heels. Hold. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Full breath in. Exhale, drop the heels, fold forward, toes and heels back to that forward fold position. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Turn your left toes, the ones that are at the back of the mat, to face the back of the mat. And come into your warrior two on the other side. So left knee over left ankle, arms reaching out. Find that low lunge stance. Turn the palms to face up, again, slight bend in the elbows. Make those circles back. Breathing. Smooth inhale. Smooth exhale. Again, if you have those light weights, you can absolutely add those in here. Your choice. But remember, always a slight bend in the elbows. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands at heart center, straighten both legs. Again, turn the toes back to face out and the heels flip back so you have pinky toe sides of the feet aligned with the long edges of the mat, or short edge of the mat, excuse me. Interlace the hands behind the lower back. Knuckles down, chest up. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, bow slightly over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe there's a bend in the knees. Relax the head, the neck. One more breath here. Releasing the hands down to the mat. Walk the hands over to frame the right foot, right toes pivoting forward, and step back to plank pose. Lowering the knees down to the mat. And coming to a seated position. Moving into some core work here. Coming to a seat, I want you to take the legs out in front of you. Find a nice long spine. So notice if you start to really round. I want you to find that length, lift through the chest. Drawing ribs in, zipping the legs in towards each other. And then start to shift the weight back. Maybe you lift one leg, maybe you lift both. But again, notice here if you start to round and collapse, I want you to lift out of that. Flexing through the feet. Pulling lower belly to upper thigh. Maybe you release the hands. Maybe you add some taps with the toes. Alternating taps. Tap right, tap left. Tap right, tap left. Maybe the arms are tired so they come to heart center. It's your choice. You can hold the outsides of the legs, but again, be mindful that you're not collapsing. You're lifting. Tap and tap for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll all the way down onto your back. Rocking side to side. Bringing the legs into a reverse tabletop position here. Bringing the hands behind the back of the head or the neck. elbows wide. Pulling the lower back down towards the mat as you lift the chest up slightly, feeling the core start to engage here. The shin bones should be parallel, knees should be over the hips, and feet should be flexed. You're going to start to push the right leg out and away from you, pushing like you're finding that resistance, you're pushing a boulder. Then back to center, left leg, push it out. For 2, pull it in. For 2, right leg out. For 2, pull it in. For 2, keep going. Can you lift the head a little more? Lifting through the navel, through the core. If you start to feel this in your neck, you can lower the neck down to the mat, but make sure that you don't turn this into a back bend, right? You're pulling the navel, the core down towards the mat. Keep breathing out. For 2, in. For 2, left leg out. For 2, in. For 2, 4 more. Keep breathing. 3 more. Out. For 2, in. For 2, out. For 2, in. For 2, last 2. You can do it. Last set. Right leg and left leg. Pull the knees in towards the chest, rock side to side. So hopefully you felt that in your core. If you didn't, you can pause the video and do it again. Rocking side to side, release, and maybe rotate the head from side to side if that feels good. And then this time I want you to send the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling, flexing through the feet, reaching the arms up towards the toes. And the legs don't have to be totally straight here. There can be a slight bend in the knees, but as straight as you can go with keeping the hamstrings engaged, but not overworking them too much. Reaching the fingertips up towards the toes. I want you to lift the head, the neck, the shoulders, the shoulder blades away from the mat and hold. Then you're going to find a little pulse. Lift it up and up. So again, you're not using your neck to lift, you're using your core to lift. So even if you just do 3 counts, then take a break, then you come back and you do more. You find that power, you find that control. So I don't want you, again, using the neck. I want you using your core. If you use the neck, your neck's going to be sore and tired tomorrow, and we don't want that. Go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. And take a twist here. Let the arms go out and the knees go to the right. Gaze to the left if that feels okay. And then inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Gaze to the right. And come all the way back to center, wrapping the arms around the shin bones, lifting the forehead to the knee, stretching the back of the neck. And the hands tucked behind the legs, behind the knees. I want you to start to rock and roll. Maybe just a few times here. And then find your way to a seat. Legs stay out in front of you. Bring the soles of the feet together, the knees wide. The heels can be as close to the hips or as far away as you'd like here. Inhale, lengthen, grabbing hold of the shin bones or the ankles. Exhale as you hinge forward at the hips. Keep that straight, long spine. Crown of the head extending forward. Take a few breaths here. Inhale and exhale. One more, inhale and exhale. And coming all the way up, gently guiding the knees together. Swing the legs over to the right or to the left and find your way to a tabletop position. Stacking shoulders over the wrists. We're going to do a little bit of work here for the glutes. So again, in that tabletop position, you can have the forearms down or you can be on the wrists. So on your wrists or on your forearms, I want you to make sure that the core is engaged. You're not collapsing into the belly. It's not a back bend. You're lifting. Okay, you're going to extend the left leg up towards the ceiling. Flex the foot. You want a 90-degree angle here. You're going to find little pulses. Lift. Push. Push. So you're squeezing. Squeeze. Squeeze. You're really pushing that left foot in towards the ceiling. You're using the breath. The 3 points of focus here. Breath. Pushing that left foot. Squeezing through the glutes. Push and push. For 8, 7, then we'll hold it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And curl that heel in towards the glute. Inhale. And exhale, release. Right leg, send it up. Flex the right foot. Again, you find that 90-degree angle, flexing the foot, find that pulse. Lift, lift and squeeze. So even without props, without weights, this still can be work. You have to make that challenge. You are in control here. Push, push. Flexing the foot. It's slow. It's controlled. 8, 7, 6, then we'll hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Curl the heel in towards the glute. And release. Make some circles with the hips. And switching directions. And coming all the way back to tabletop and finding your way into down dog. Tucking the toes, hips go up and back. Finding pigeon pose, so right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, right knee to the right wrist and the shin bone down. So maybe here's where you use a blanket or a block if that's accessible to you. If not, you should stay right here. Be mindful that you don't collapse over to the right hip. You stay with the hips level. If this feels like it's too much for the body, you can always come onto your back and cross the right ankle over the left knee and create that figure 4 stretch on your back. Same stretch, different way of aligning the body. Breathing out full inhale, complete exhale, finding what works for you, what works for your hips. Slowing the breath down. Taking 2 more breaths here. If you're on your back, just to come to neutral, I want you to release the legs and pull the knees in towards the chest and just rock side to side, maybe circling the ankles. If you came into pigeon and you're laying over that right shin bone, I want you to find your way back into tabletop, maybe into down dog, and just pedal the legs out. And then as you feel ready, you find pigeon on the other side. So left knee to the left wrist and the shin bone down. Being mindful that you don't fall over to the left hip, you keep the lower back level and neutral. Or you come onto your back and you cross left ankle over right knee. So again, finding what works for your body on this second side. It doesn't have to be the same as the first side. Be mindful of those differences. And again, slow the breath, slow the body down. And taking 2 more breaths in fully and out completely. 1 more, inhaling and exhaling. And if you're over that left shin bone, find your way back into down dog, stretch it out however you'd like. If you'd like to layer in 1 more vinyasa as part of your practice, you can. Eventually, I want you to find your way onto your back. Bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. Again, there's no rush here, so don't feel like you have to speed through anything. And towards the end of the practice, if you know that you start to get a little chilly, you can grab your jacket or a blanket that's nearby. You're probably in your own home, so that shouldn't be too far. Maybe some socks. And once you're on your back with the feet to the mat, just start to sway the knees and the hips side to side. Maybe the head goes with it. And then bringing the feet hips distance if they've deviated. Aligning the pinky toe sides of the feet to be aligned with the long edges of the mat. I want the palms pressing down to the mat. Press into the soles of the feet, and I want you to lift the hips. Lifting not just through the hip bones, but through the thighs. And find that control here, lifting. Full breath in, complete breath out. Then we'll add some movement here. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, pushing up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Hips hover. Exhale, push up. Inhale, down. Exhale, push up. Use the breath here. Continue with this movement. And again, if you have those weights that are handy and they're just light, you can always place those weights on the hips. But you don't have to have that external weight. You can use your body to create that resistance. Imagine that you're pushing something very heavy with the pelvis, a bookcase, a sandbag, or a weight. Keep going. 2 more. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. 1 more. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Then we'll hold. Holding here, I want you to lift the heels and lower. Never dropping the heels completely. Lift the heels, lower, hover. Lift the heels and hover. Lift and hover. Lift and hover. Notice if the hips start to move inside, the hips will stay level, right? Just the heels. Up and down. 4 more. Up and down. Up and down. 2 more. Lift and lower. Last one. Lift and hold. Pulse the hips. Push them up. Go up. We're almost done. I know. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels and hips lower all the way down. Knees into chest. Rocking side to side. Feeling the weight of the spine, the lower back. Pulling the right knee in towards the chest, extending the left leg long. And take a twist here, pulling the right knee across the body into the left, gazing over the right shoulder. And then inhale back to center, pulling knee in towards the nose. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Right leg long, left knee pulls in. Again, taking that twist. Knee to the right. And gaze into the left if that feels okay for the body. Smooth inhale. Smooth exhale. And pulling the left knee back to center, lifting forehead to knee. Inhale and exhale. Extending the left leg long, the right leg long. Moving the hips around. And finding a place of rest here. Maybe the hands rest down by the hips. Maybe they come onto the belly. One hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Just finding a comfortable place. You can close the eyes, letting go. Let the body feel heavy, yet weightless at the same time. Softening through the breath. And starting to bring the awareness back to the breath, back to the physical body, finding movement in the fingers, the toes, noticing the sounds, any movements around you. Circling through the wrists, the ankles, straightening the shoulders, rotating the head from side to side, reaching the arms overhead. Take a full breath in. Exhale, let it out. One more, inhale. And exhale. Pulling the knees in towards the chest, circling or rocking side to side. Maybe taking a happy baby pose, grabbing the ankles, the soles of the feet, or even just the backs of the knees here if that feels good. And then gently making your way over to one side. Pausing and finding a place again of rest. And let something come to mind that brings a smile to your face. It can be a moment, a memory, a thought, an idea. And then holding that feeling, making your way up to a seated position and closing the eyes. And bringing one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, taking 3 full breaths here together to complete our practice. Take a full breath in. And complete breath out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale fully, holding the breath at the top. And exhale. Bringing the palms together at heart center, bowing the forehead to the fingertips. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. Of course, if you have any questions, please reach out. Make sure that you drink lots of water and you're making sure that you're taking time like this to move and breathe. Thank you.